I'm seeing more and more returning players popping into my Twitch chat these days. Nice plug, me, very subtle. But I noticed that a lot of them had the same question, which I'm going to try to answer today. What are some of the best farms in the game right now? What can they chase down which will potentially benefit them a lot in-game? What up, you nerds? My name is Fallout, and today I'm going to show you 3 of what I think are the best farms in Destiny 2 right now, and why. The majority of these are kind of endgame level farms, I would say. For the final farm, I'll give you some variant options that anyone can take advantage of, but if you're a newer player in D2, be warned. You certainly can do many of these farms if your power level is up to par, but if you don't have optimal gear and teammates who know what's up, it might take you a little bit longer than normal. But again, if your power level's good, you can do everything I'm about to show you. It just might take a little bit slower. But before we dig a little deeper, why don't we talk about grooming your peeper with the sponsor of today's video, Manscaped. With feedback from millions of customers worldwide, Manscaped continues to create the next generation of groin and body trimmers. And check it out, Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the new Lawnmower 4.0 and Ultra Smooth package. The new Lawnmower 4.0 is of course waterproof and cordless. You can take that bad boy into the shower and it'll work like a charm. It's got advanced ceramic blades with skin-safe technology that helps reduce nicks and cuts and can be easily replaced with a fresh blade, so you can groom with confidence. Also, you got the new wireless charging system. It uses electromagnetic induction to charge a premium lithium-ion battery. It's easy to use, easy to charge up your trimmer, and you can get up to 90 minutes of use on a full charge. If you were ever looking to go smoother, downstairs, you're in luck. Introducing the Ultra Smooth package by Manscaped and their easy 3-step shaving system. Step 1, the crop exfoliator. Jump into the shower and apply this gentle liquid scrub to exfoliate the area and preemptively help reduce ingrown hairs while shaving. Step 2, the crop gel. Apply this unique clear shaving gel to the area to prep for a close shave. Because the gel is clear, you can actually see what you're shaving. Step 3, get close and comfortable with the new crop shaver. This perfectly engineered groin shaver has 3 precision blades with extra wide lubricating strips and a pivoting head for the best shave at any angle. The Ultra Smooth package also has 5 replacement blades for your crop shaver and a convenient storage case for easy travel. Join over 6 million men worldwide, including me, who put their trust in Manscaped. What are you waiting for? Go to manscaped.com/falloutplays today and get 20% off and free international shipping. Your balls will thank you. All right, back to the content. So the first farm you should know about if you don't already, the new Spoils farm. I know I made a Spoils farm kinda not too long ago on the Rulk encounter. The new farm makes the old one look like a complete joke. The encounter in the new Kingsfall raid just before Oryx, where you destroy his daughters, is Omega Forehead Easy Mode. If you're unfamiliar with how the encounter works, you can consult my detailed raid guide linked in the video description, but I'll give you some extra highlights right here, assuming you know how the encounter works. When you've come to the point where you're ready to dunk on one of the 2 sisters, on day 1 raid day, we dunked into the one who was shooting arc from her hands. However, the optimal play now is to actually dunk on the one who is glowing green. The reason that you're dunking on the green one is that because after you no doubt insta one-phase her, you don't have to worry about waiting around for the death hymn to end. No huddling together trying to avoid a wipe mechanic and wasting valuable farm time. Just dive right back into killing ads and finishing the encounter. In my day 1 raid guide, I mentioned that the Wardcliff coil is hella effective at nuking both daughters. That's still true, but one Gallarhorn and multiple, literally any other rocket launcher in the game is also equally effective. If you have a divinity on the team, great, of course someone should put that on. It's still the best PvE gun in the game for a reason. Remember to put on rocket launcher reserves on your chest piece and rocket launcher reloader on your gauntlets to make the encounter go a tad smoother. As always, when farming, make sure you have a checkpoint saved on a different character than the one that you intend on farming with. Load up the encounter on one character, everyone join, swap characters, beat encounter, rinse, and repeat. Spoils are always valuable PvE endgame currency IMO. At the time of today's video, one of the best shotguns in the game for PvP is my perma-favorite long barrel special, the Time Lost Found Verdict. When you've racked up a bunch of spoils, I recommend taking your farm team, putting Master Atheon in the ground, and then buying a butt ton of Found Verdicts until you get a 5-5 roll. Also, the Time Lost Fatebringer is still a dank hand cannon for both PvE and PvP, and probably a good idea to stock stock up now, by the way, I can't imagine how much longer Bungie will stand by watching us completely embarrass this encounter in the King's Fall raid. Especially with master raids coming literally this week, that farm might get out of control. Okay, farm number 2, uber fast exotic farming in Legend Lost Sectors. I made a video on this last season, but hey, still holds water. There are multiple quick lost sectors in the game that can be blown through in the blink of an eye, but my favorite is the Skydock 4 on the EDZ. Now, at the time of making my original farming video, there was an exploit where you could literally run by all the champions until getting to the final room and you could still earn platinum. Apparently, Bungie has corrected that glitch. However, the good news is that while doing that farm last season, I found the glitch to be very inconsistent anyway, so I literally just got into the habit of killing all the champions anyway, and I even showed in my original video that by killing all the champions, you can still get the whole thing done in just 1 minute. You're probably going to need a Gallarhorn though, or some other very hard-hitting solar weapon, as the Lost Sector features a solar burn. But provided you have that, you can just breeze through and smoke this Lost Sector in no time. Remember, even though Legend Lost Sectors feature limited exotics, the old trick where you can force the exotic to be whatever type of armor you want still does work. TLDR, farm the Lost Sector with a full engram inventory. That way when you get an exotic, it will go directly to your postmaster. When it's at the postmaster, just leave the exotic there until the Legend Lost Sector of the day is rewarding whatever it is that you need. i.e., if you're waiting for an exotic helmet, just wait until the Legend Lost Sector that day is rewarding helmet exotic armor. Then just go back to the postmaster and decrypt whatever exotic you've been saving, and it will decrypt into a helmet. You can use this method to farm a bunch of exotic engrams, then sit on them and do a mass turn-in for a high shot at getting whatever it is that you need. Don't know when Skydock 4 is going to be around? Don't worry, I got you. Skydock will be around this season on the following dates: September 21st, October 2nd, October 13th, October 24th, November 4th, November 15th, and November 26th. Again, there are other very fast Lost Sectors out there too. Just look for Lost Sector Speedrun on YouTube for whatever the Legend Lost Sector is that day. I'm sure somebody's done it fast. Alright, so you got your spoils farm and you got your exotic farm. What's left? A guaranteed high stat armor farm. This is where I've got multiple options for you. Feel free to go a la carte and choose whatever seems best for you. The most difficult option, IMO, is going to be the most rewarding, and that's going to be farming the final encounter in the Duality Dungeon on Master difficulty. The armor that drops from Master Duality boss checkpoint is stupid good. It's almost always in the mid to very high 60s with wild spikes, and icing on the cake, it's Artifice Armor 2. Extra bonus is that the Keitel encounter will give 2 drops on completion each and every time. Yeah, it means you could get stuck with a weapon, but it also means you could get double armor drops, which is just nutty. This farm is difficult because things hit really hard in Master Duality, and man does that encounter love to drown you in red bar enemies. It is possible to get a clean 1 phase on Keitel, but you gotta come prepared. Some kind of buff combined with some kind of debuff is sorta mandatory. In the clip you're watching right now, we rocked her with triple Gallarhorn. I know that linears are meta right now. You certainly can do that if you want. We just kind of figured it would be way easier with triple G-Horn, and turns out it was. If you do go the triple G-Horn route, it's 100% recommended that you also stack on Font of Might with some guaranteed way to generate solar elemental wells quickly. If you didn't know, Font of Might gives a whopping 25% extra weapon damage output, and yes, that does stack on top of things like a Radiant Well, Empowering Rift, or a Titan Bubble. Very quick notes on what class to rock if you're Duality armor farming. Warlock, Well of Radiance if you need buffs, Void Warlock if you need debuffs. For Titan, Void Titan can actually provide both a buff and a debuff. Arc Titan actually also works surprisingly well with Storm Grenade spam. I have a video on that for PvP. Just make sure you put on Heart of Inmost Light for PvE and pimp out your ability to generate Arc Elemental Wells. Solar Titan with Loralee can also work if you need more livability. For Hunter, Tether if you need a debuff, and Blade Barrage if you need a buff and more damage output. Remember to also bring some kind of hard-hitting Void weapon as well, because on Master difficulty, the Belgoon Cabal people all have Void shields and match game protection. Extra reminder that if you're farming God tier armor, to make sure that your Ghost has one of the armorer mods on it, whatever stat you're looking to acquire. Alright, backup armor farming methods. Master raids are coming to King's Fall beginning on September 20th. One benefit of running a Master raid is that each week there is a featured rotating armor stat, i.e., mobility, resil, recovery, whatever, for that week. Meaning if you get armor to drop from a Master Kingsfall raid encounter, you'll get armor with a pimped out stat of whatever the featured stat is that week. Combined with an armor mod on your ghosts, that's a really great way to do stat targeted armor farming, knowing how legendary armor stat buckets currently work in D2. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, please check the link below to another video of mine explaining armor stat buckets in D2 and how you can use that knowledge to get armor with the rolls that you want. Final backup options if you're not down with Master Duality or raiding the Helm. As long as you have the Scurvy the Servitor upgrade on your Pirate Crew upgrade tree, you can focus armor right from the star chart. The stat spikes aren't always as consistently wild as those you might find in Duality or Master Raiding, but they can still be very good. And they are, of course, still affected by any armor mod you may have on your Ghost Shell. If you're looking for more ways to get plundered umbral energy for additional armor focusing, there's apparently still a thing going on where you can, at the end of an expedition, leave the area, then come back and dig up extra umbral energy multiple times. If you're also sitting on old risen umbral energy, just go to the war table. It may be, quote, old content armor, but you can still focus armor at the war table, and again, it is affected by the armor ghost mod and still frequently drops in the 60s. If there are any other farms in the game you want me to look into, please let me know what those are down in the comment section. But for right now, those are my 3 go-tos. Share with a new or returning D2 player to let them know what's up, and if you found today's video helpful in any way, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on stream.